2020, China experienced the worst flood ever recorded in Yangtze River Basin, leaving more than 70 million people affected. Economic losses amounting to 29 billion USD. China's largest hydroelectric city has seen a record rise in water levels. India also suffered the worst flood in 100 years. Experts said that it was unusual, not seasonal rain. In Japan, the record-breaking rain in many prefectures, with rainfall for 3 consecutive days, is even more than 1 meter. Cambodia, Indonesia, and Pakistan people are also trapped in the water. Global warming, human problem.
Hi guys, welcome to ONO News. Nature, the climate is like the greenhouse of Earth that help provide life that nurture people to grow and develop in an integral way. However, at present, the world is on continuous development trend, leading to an increase in production activity and human activity. Therefore, it has significantly affected the global climate change. This is not only a hot issue for any nation, but also a common problem of the whole society. Many countries have ranked the dilemma to want people to realize the urgent situation of global warming today. So what is the global warming? Global warming is a term used to describe the rising of average temperature on Earth. In the last century, the Earth was warmed by an average of 1 degree, which might not sound like a significant change, but it might have a big impact on people and animals around the globe, at present and in the future.
Natural disasters such as forest fires spread over large areas in California, USA, Australia, and the interior Siberia of Russia. Volcanic eruption in Hawaii erupt. Large amount of ash enter the atmosphere. The average global temperature in 2020 is said to be about 1.2 degrees. 2020 is said to be the warmest years on record, according to data from different sources, including NASA. The first 9 months of the year saw record concentration of major greenhouse gases like CO2, methane, and nitrous oxide. Arctic sea ice extent was also at record low level for much of the summer. In Vietnam, according to a report just released on December 28, the 10 most damaging natural disasters in 2020 have reached the insured amount of 150 billion USD, equivalent to 3.5 trillion VND, surpassing the number of 2019 and reflect the impact of climate change. Disasters in 2020 have claimed the life of more than 3,500 people and displaced more than 3.5 million people.
The important question is what causes the global warming. Now we will listen to reporter Taufik.
Hi everyone, my name is V, and today I'm going to show you some causes of global warming. There are 2 main reasons that lead to global warming are natural sources and man-made causes.
The first one is natural sources. 1. Forest fires. Deforestation by nature is another leading cause of global warming. Natural forest fires are usually televised on the news, showing the devastation of mountain homes and communities. While this loss is tragic, the effect of these natural occurring forest fires pose a problem for the Earth's air. Forest fires emit carbon-filled smoke into the atmosphere, and new forest growth is slow and not stable enough to produce the much needed oxygen into the newly suffocation carbon air. Natural forest fire will eventually run the course, but leading to the ashes are polluting gas and get trapped in the atmosphere. 2. Permafrost. When frozen soil, constituting about 25% of northern hemisphere increase, it keeps in the carbon and methane gases. So, while you may be thinking about how it can be global warming when you're freezing in Tibet, the permafrost is actually leaking carbon into the Earth's atmosphere. While scientists cannot stop permafrost from emitting these gases, the Earth's melting ice cap at incredible fast rates are cause for concern. The second one is the man-made causes. 1. Greenhouse effects. The factor responsible for the change in climate is a phenomenon known as greenhouse effect. Since the Industrial Revolution, humans have been burning larger amounts of fossil fuels such as oil and gases, producing huge clouds of carbon dioxide. The gases released into the atmosphere during this process act like invisible blanket trapping heat from the sun and warming the earth. This is known as greenhouse effect. 2. Man-induced deforestation. Deforestation is a cutting down of trees and plants to make way for any development activity. Deforestation is blamed for the rise in the greenhouse gases present in the atmosphere by cutting and burning them. 3. Fossil fuels. Pollution, whether it is vehicular, electrical, and industrial, is the main contributor to global warming. Every day, billions of vehicles release various gases into the atmosphere. This causes the Earth to warm up and increase its average temperature. Electricity causes pollution in many ways. Over 75% of electricity worldwide is produced by the burning of fossil fuel. Overpopulation. Another cause of global warming is overpopulation. Since carbon dioxide contributes to global warming, the increase in population makes the problem worse because we breathe out more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. More people means more demand for food, more carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, more demand for cars, and more demand for homes. More demand for food will need more transportations, since the movement of goods and services is done by the transportation sector. More demand for car means more pollution in the air and more traffic on the roads, which means longer waiting time on the traffic light, and that will result in burning of more fuel.
It can be seen that global warming is caused by many reasons, but how it affects people and natural life. Let's go to reporter Mai Vo.
Hi, I'm Mai, and today I'm gonna show you about some impacts of global warming. As you know, if this continues, there will be severe consequences as a warmer climate could affect our planet in many ways. The planet is warming from North Pole to South Pole. Since 1906, the global average surface temperature has increased by more than 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit, even more in sensitive polar regions, and the impacts of rising temperature aren't waiting for some far-flung future. The effects of global warming are appearing right now. The heat is melting glaciers and sea ice, shifting precipitation patterns, and setting animals on the move.
Other effects could take place later in this century if this continues. These include
The impacts of global warming are being felt across the year. Extreme heat waves have caused tens of thousands of deaths around the world in recent years. And in a alarming sign of events to come, Antarctica has been losing about 134 metric tons of ice per year since 2002. This rate could speed up if we keep burning fossil fuel at our current pace, and the sea level are expected to rise between 2 and 32 inches or higher by the end of this century. Glacier, early snow melt, and sea drought will cause more dramatic water shortages and increase the risk of wildfire in the American West. Hurricane and other storms are likely to become stronger. Floods and drought will become more common. Forest, farm, and cities will face a lot of troublesome new pests, heat wave, heavy downpour, and increased flooding. Less fresh water will be available since glaciers store about 3/4 of the world is fresh water. Although factor will damage or destroy agriculture and fisheries. Ecosystem will continue to change. Some species will move further north or become more successful. Others, such as polar bears, could be able to adapt or become extinct.
Global warming is a stinging problem in the whole society. So what solution will be scattered? Let's go to reporter Farm Yuan.
Hello everybody, my name is Yuan and today I'm gonna show you guys about the solutions to the global warming. The most crucial question is how do you prevent the global warming, or how can you contribute towards saving the planet? You don't have to do anything big. Just a tiny change in your own home can make a difference too. And I'm gonna show you several ways to prevent the global warming. So first of all is powering your home with the renewable energy. Choose a utility company that generates at least half its power from wind or solar energy and has been certified by Green E-Company, which is an organization that bets renewable energy options. So the second method is reducing water waste. Saving water reduces carbon pollution too. That is because it takes a lot of energy to pump, heat and treat your water. So take shorter showers, turn off the tap while you're not using it, and switch to water since label fixtures and appliances. And you can actually eat the food you buy and make less of it meat. Approximately 10% of US energy use go into growing, processing, packaging, and shipping food. If you're wasting less food, you are likely cutting down on more energy consumption. And seeing livestock products are among the most resource-intensive to produce. Eating meat-free meals can make a big difference too. So can you guys guess what is the next method? It's the pulling the plugs. Don't leave fully charged devices plugged into your home's outlets. And unplug rarely used devices or plug them into power strips and timers and monitors to automatically power down to the newest power mode when not in use. So in conclusion, all these small changes and can have you keep the earth become more cooler in the future.
Thanks for this useful information the reporter provided about global warming. I